What are 5 causes of conflict in family? I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach all over the world about parenting, good communication, how to build strong family bonds, child development, and education, all through the lens of the principle self-government. And in this video, we're talking about causes of conflict. So in this video, we're going to talk about 5 causes of conflict and what you can do to solve family conflict if you happen to be experiencing it. The reason why we're having a problem is an important thing to understand. It's maybe not quite as important as what do we do with the problem now that we have it, but it is interesting for us to try to get to the root cause of what might be leading to our conflict problem. Families are bonded together so tightly that when one person is feeling off in the family, almost everyone feels it. And when 2 people are having contention in the family, it has a ripple effect on everyone else. People start feeling disconnected from each other. People start feeling like something just isn't quite right. They may even distance themselves from each other and not prioritize family time anymore just because 2 people aren't getting along. Of course, families are diverse, people have different ideas, they get out into the world and have unique experiences all their own. These things sometimes start to separate them from their families, which they used to share all of their experiences with. So it is important that families talk together often so that they can maintain good connections even though they are developing their own unique personalities, gifts, experiences outside of that family unit. If families don't prioritize time together in order to maintain their relationships, problems become harder to solve, disconnection is the quick result, and the families end up feeling isolated. When each person feels alone, even when they're together with their family, that is a very sad, solitary existence. This can lead to depression, sometimes even identity crisis. So disconnection has already been mentioned. I'm not going to even put that as one of the 5 things, but as a bonus, that is one of the reasons that people can experience family conflict. If your family is not spending enough time together, if you're not talking together enough, if you don't have a system in place to make sure you maintain those family relationships, families start to fight with each other because they just become inherently more selfish. Number 1 is misunderstandings. So often family members want to please each other. They even do things kindly to try to serve each other, and sometimes they don't hit their mark, and then people start to take it personally because maybe it didn't turn out quite right, or maybe somebody didn't appreciate the effort that they put into something. These lead to misunderstandings. When people don't take the time to talk about what really happened or what the person was trying to accomplish when something didn't go right, it can make everybody feel like they weren't prioritized in the eyes of that family member. This leads to family conflict. Number 2, expectations. We have a history with these people, so we have expectations for how they will behave. And we forget that people, no matter how old they are constantly learning, growing, and changing. This means that even if one time something was done offensive, that doesn't mean the person will be offensive again. They might actually learn from that situation. Cause and effect is a really great teacher. They may have felt that it was awkward, whatever it was, right the moment it happened. So we need to allow people to repent, to move on, to improve. If not, then we're in the danger of possibly passing judgment. That leads me to number 3, judging. Judging other people is a big problem. It leads to family conflict. We start making assumptions about others, and that makes it so that we can't see the person for who they really are. We see them through a jaded lens. Things we think we see in that person might not actually be there. And this type of judgment actually leads to taking a lot of things personally. Conversely, when you take things personally, that also leads to judgment. When you have an emotional reaction at one point, you may end up judging the person the next. So this leads to the emotional. Number 4, emotional bondage. When people feel entitled to dump their emotions out on their family members all the time, they're technically taking on a dominant role in the family. That makes everyone feel ill-used. No one likes the feeling of somebody else's emotions being in charge of how they communicate, the things they do, what they can say, can't say. So don't do that to your family. People are doing this thing lately where they're like, I have to create boundaries, and they're seeing everybody in their family as a narcissist, and they're going online and choosing to diagnose everybody. It's just not even true, okay? So don't choose to take everyone's behaviors emotionally. Okay, our emotions are important. They're part of who we are as a human, but did you know that we can make a choice before we have those emotions? We can. We have a feeling, then we have a split-second opportunity to have a thought. After that comes the emotion or action. So if that's how it works, why aren't we paying more attention to the thought? Why are we giving so much of our focus on that emotion? The emotion was chosen, just like the thought is chosen. The feeling was not chosen. It's better for us to talk about our feelings and then make good thoughts so that we don't end up emotionally dumping on each other, because it's really bad for our relationships. It is okay to have conversations about how things make us feel or what type of reaction we had to something, but let's not overdo it. We don't have to talk about it forever. You may not feel like you get things to full resolution, but as long as you were able to say something in a way that somebody understood, hopefully you can tell yourself that's good enough. Family members should not dominate conversations, should not make everything feel like that it's always about them. So what do you do to make sure that you don't have family conflicts? Well, I mean, depending on the age of your family members, you might have to apply these principles a little bit differently. But principles can be broadly applicable across the board. Skills and principles of self-government can be used by everyone, no matter their ages, in order to prevent and even solve family conflict when it occurs. So what are some of the key self-government components to being prepared not to have family conflict? First, prepare a family vision ahead of time so that your family has a picture of who you're becoming as a group. Have something to work toward, a feeling, a story, something that your family sees in their mind's eye, a big picture of what lays before you if you really put the work into your relationships. Second, learn how to solve your problems as a family. Teach the family the skills and principles of self-government. If the family knows how to follow instructions, accept no answers and criticism, accept consequences, disagree appropriately, maintain calmness when things are starting to go out of control, if they know how to solve their problems, have effective meetings with each other, and if they honor the roles in the family, guess what? Everything turns out for the better. When we don't know how to communicate, we're left to just using our emotions. Then we'll emotionally vomit on each other, and that makes it so that people feel ill-used by their family members. The system of teaching self-government is here for you to help you learn the skills and principles that you need to communicate effectively. It will teach you how to praise each other and express gratitude in really healthy ways, how to correct problems while being calm also at the same time, and how to help your family members go from disagreements to disagreeing appropriately. All of the skills of self-government are taught in my TSG parenting course on my website, teachingselfgovernment.com. Click on the link to teachingselfgovernment.com next. I'll see you there.